I put these three words here to try and take together a little bit what I think we need in this tour. The first word is opportunity.
The game plan is really simple, is that we have 8 riders, all of whom are capable of winning stages. All of whom are exceptional in a certain type of situation. We'll be treating this like 21 separate one-day races. There'll be certain days where certain guys are going to help out other guys. Those guys are going to help out the other ones that were helping them out before. There are no workers and there are no winners on the team this year. We will have been successful if we win a stage, but we will also have been successful if we are present and competitive in every single breakaway that makes it to the finish line.
Great arch here.
Very nice.
Cedric, what do you expect for this tour?
I hope we're gonna attack a lot and win the stage. No? 2 days now from the start. The Grand Départ.
It's calm, no?
Calm.
You do work, but it's
Fun.
calm.
Easy.
Look, Ben Hill, you win one stage. Paulus, you win one stage.
All the way into the high mountain stages. Ben is our one rider that could win a high mountain stage that we have. Ben's going to need to go for medium mountain stage at the flattest and high mountain stage at the hilliest. Those are going to be the stages that he can contest. He could be one of the very few riders that wins a high mountain stage that isn't from the GC contenders. There was only one stage that was won, mountain stage that was won by somebody other than a GC contender last year, i.e. Pogacar and Vingegaard, and that was Richie. So I see Ben has learned a lot from Richie last year, and maybe he'll do something similar. Oh God, we're doing this now, huh? Well, let's see. So what is a French wine that is sort of like, well, I'm gonna go with a white wine since he doesn't necessarily like the heat, although he's done a ton of work to adapt to the heat. So I'm gonna go with something white. Well, a white wine that actually has adapted well to the temperatures of the southern part of France. I'll go with like a Viognier from the southern Rhone. This is a Ben Healy. NEILSON's great at getting into breakaways. He hasn't been able to win out of one just yet. So what I've seen this year is that he's starting to develop that cold-hearted killer instinct. NEILSON is a more delicate wine. NEILSON is sort of a classic Pinot Noir, a classic Burgundian Pinot, in that it's beautiful in its moment. When it turns out right, it's spectacular.
If you make a bet, which rider you put all in to win one stage in that tour?
Alex on a national day.
The day de Bastille?
Oui, 14.
14.
Of July. Yeah.
Okay.
Alex, le petit français.
So Alex, similar stages to Ben Healy. First Tour de France for a French rider. He's going to be nervous. He's going to be really nervous.
Presentation. Busy afternoon in Lille, city of cycling, France. A lot of bike paths in this city. Everyone is using their bikes, so I think it makes sense. The tour starts here. No, it's my first time, so I don't know what we're gonna do, but I think it's gonna be a fun afternoon.
Where he's going to be most enthusiastic is going to be in the Alps, when he's close to home. Can he pull off something a little bit just a little bit more transitional as we approach his home? I think so. So this one's easy. Jura. He's from the Jura. We're gonna give him the wine of his home region. I mean, he is sort of that minerally tough, chewy wine that is the Jura. It's not tough, but it's sort of a more hardened mountain wine, and I see Alex in that regard.
Well, team presentation. We also have a lot of rider briefings, which is usually pretty boring, just like crash montages. But I just saw my sister. It's the first race my family's ever watched.
Well, Harry, I would say, is probably the most underrated rider that we have on this team. From a physiological standpoint, Harry's numbers are enormous. People don't know that because Harry is always in the service of other riders. But if you look carefully, for instance, Liège-Bastogne-Liège this year, the first rider to the bottom of La Redoute, Harry Sweeney, putting Ben Healy in absolutely perfect position. There would not be a more deserving stage winner.
So you show us your best winning celebration here, okay?
With audio as well?
No, it will be without audio. So,
Okay.
but you can add it if it helps you to have a big attitude. You can add it, no problem.
In today, now traditionally this would have been sort of like your most sort of elite aristocratic wine, but in the last 10 years has kind of fallen out of favor with the wine hoop-de-doos of the world. But to me, Harry is a traditional right bank Bordeaux, in that it can pair with an incredibly broad group of foods. It's always good. The winemaking is always good. It's not this like natural wine garbage that they ferment in the back of a toilet or whatever these days. And it is well-made wine. It is produced wine. It is engineered wine. It is beautiful wine, and it has been for centuries. And you know, and people don't really think of Bordeaux as that cool. So to me, Harry is a Bordeaux.
Almost what we've had the coffee.
You should do this in your
No,
celebration.
it frames your face better than when you have it backwards.
No.
Right, here's your celebrations of Michael. Like this. Blow a kiss.
I will do a blow kiss.
Michael, incredibly experienced rider, knows how to win out of complex situations. The stages that Michael is going to need to focus on are almost like a complementary thing to an Albanese, right? Is that say that Michael needs to be in the breakaway, whereas Albanese needs to be waiting for the reduced bunch sprint. Maybe like a Riesling from the Alsace. Also doesn't particularly love the heat. And is a little bit older, but like Rieslings are best when they're a little bit older, and Michael's one of our senior riders.
Just saw on the big screen that the square where they're doing the presentation is completely packed, so I'm looking forward to getting in there. But it's really nice riding through the streets here. Beautiful old town, and yeah, super nice. Nice venue.
Second to last day of the Tour de France is the ultimate Kasper Asgreen stage. Where he's won here and where he's won in the Giro is when everyone is fatigued and it's a long, hard day, and everyone thinks, oh, well, the breakaway only has a couple minutes. We'll be able to bring it back. And eventually, the fatigue in the legs of the peloton isn't able to get it back. Kasper functions fantastically well under high fatigue. He's a diesel grinder. The wine for Kasper, let's see, like a real grinder of a wine, like just like that just hangs in there and hangs in there and hangs in there, and just like strong and durable. And Barolo. Kasper has to be a Barolo. Like, it takes forever for a Barolo to come to its best version. It just hangs in there for year after year after year after year, never goes bad, only gets better with age. So yeah, Kasper's a Barolo. Vincenzo, as a rider, will be best in the first 10 days. In the first 10 days of the race, there are multiple opportunities in these sharp, short, hilly stages that the Tour has quite a few of this year. He's lacked confidence to be able to win in the past, and then he finally broke through that at Tour de Suisse. So I'm gonna go with a Chianti Classico, like bold. Bahrain, again, we're looking for a reduced bunch sprint, uphill finish. This is where Bahrain's going to function the best. He's not going to be getting out in there in the breakaways. We're looking for 60, 70, 80 rider bunch sprint that's been pared down, but is uphill at the finish. That's where Bahrain shines the best. You know, when I was talking about Albanese being like a Chianti Classico, which I agree, but I'll go with the same region. So an Alto Adige, which is from the higher altitudes of Italy, a little bit colder. You know, Bahrain has lighter skin, doesn't like the heat quite as much, a little bit more temperamental. So an Alto Adige from Italy, I think, is going to be the wine for Bahrain.
I think that a lot of you came to this team or chose to stay in this team also for opportunity, right? And this is a big one for you. I'm sad that Richie's not here. I'm sure you guys are too. But in its way, it's a huge opportunity for you guys. We've got a very, very simple task, not an easy one, but a simple one. And it's dead straightforward. And in that freedom, there's huge opportunity for you guys. It's really, really easy to think that because we're going for stage wins, it's just every man for himself and it's 8 individuals and that's how that's the exact opposite of how it should be, right? To make this work, we have to be more of a team than we've ever been. And the difference is that the wheel goes round and the sacrifice goes round. So every time you do something for a teammate, you're building a chance to get it paid back later. But if we're a team, we'll get everything that we deserve out of this race. If we're 8 people going for an individual stage race, it will not work, I can guarantee you. Good. We ready?